Most people install Good Lock to make their phones look better. Different icons, different folders, different layouts. But what if I told you that some of the best Good Lock features have nothing to do with customization? They're actually designed to help you get things done faster, whether it comes to launching apps faster, multitasking better, editing photos faster, finding things instantly, or making better use of your phone while consuming content. Well, hello there. Welcome back to the Do It Right Tech channel, where I take you through everything tech. And in today's video, we are going to be looking at 6 Good Lock productivity features that can genuinely improve how you use your Samsung phone every single day. Some that are here courtesy of the One UI 8.5. But without wasting much time, don't forget to hit the like, smash the subscribe button to come back for more, and hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss out on any video that I post. On that note, let's go. Let's start with something simple. If you're anything like me, you probably organize your applications into large folders to avoid clutter, similar to what you're seeing here on my screen. The problem comes when these folders start to grow very big. You end up having multiple pages inside them. That very thing you decided to do to make life easier now requires you to do quite much with several tabs. Let me show you. So currently, if you look at these folders, we can see this is completely full, that's completely full. It's indicated by the excess application you see at the very bottom there. Now, when you want to open it to get to the other ones, you often would have to tap on it this way to have it largely open this way and select whichever applications you need to interact with. So why several taps when there's an easier way to swipe through them? And to do that, what you're going to do is tap on the Good Lock application and then go into the Home app model. Once you're inside here, you want to go into the home screen and then scroll down till you get into the large folders. Tap on this large folder and you're able to turn on this simple feature that is page scroll. With this turned on, now when you're here, you can see no smaller icon behind this. Now instead of tapping on the folder to open it and then selecting the application, you just have to swipe on it and then you're greeted with the other applications. This can go up to about 3 separate pages, so folders can be made larger and icons still easily reached. It's one of the most tiny changes that saves a surprising amount of time throughout the day. So there we have it. If you didn't know this, I'm glad I was able to show you. Now, speaking of saving time, what if I told you that you didn't need to do the plenty processes to jump into multitasking mode? Quite a simpler way. Let me show you. So the next one is all about speed. Imagine you're replying a WhatsApp message while trying to send some photos across. In my previous videos, I have shown quite a number of ways, some that have to do with selecting the images in gallery like this, holding down on them like this, and then using a second hand to swipe, then going into whichever place you want to drop it and then dropping it inside after selecting it like this. That's quite a complicated approach. We have spoken about other ways of being in your gallery, swiping on the edge and then selecting whichever application you want to open and then having it in split mode to hold and drop. None of them is wrong. And also we have spoken about how you could be inside the gallery, go into recent applications, hold down on it and drag it here. With all these approaches, you can find out that I say quite a lot that needs to be done. But there is a simpler way with few upgrades that have come to the Good Lock application. First and foremost, this whole thing has to do with multitasking or split screen mode. So let me show you how to get that set up. This is what you're going to do. You're going to swipe down and go into settings, and then while you're in settings, scroll down till you get to advanced features. Tap on this, and once here, we're going to go into labs, and in labs, we're going to come here into multi-window for all applications and toggle it on. That way, every application can be forced into the multi-window mode. All right. After this, Good Lock comes in to create the magic. You're going to tap on the Good Lock application, and in here we're going to look for the multi-star. So you go into multi-star, and if you don't know what I'm doing here, you can also go into your Good Lock like this and then scroll down until you get to multi-star. So once in multi-star, ensure to turn this very switch on. That's the quick launch of the multi window. Let's press and hold the recent key to quickly access the multi-window. So this here is for individuals who often use the navigation buttons, because in the swipe mode, we do not have the recent button. So I'm going to be demonstrating quickly. So with this toggled on, now if you go into settings and you scroll down to display, go into navigation, the navigation bar, and you are a button user, so you're running on the button like this, then you're in any application like here in the gallery and you hold on the recent button like that, immediately you're going to jump into multi-screen mode, and then you can select whichever application you want to interact with. If you didn't know this, I'm glad I was able to show you. Moving on. So while we're talking about reducing steps, Samsung recently added another shortcut that many people haven't even noticed. But I spoke about it in my previous video that encompasses all the upgrades that have come to the Good Look application after the One UI 8.5. So you can check the top right corner here. You are going to see all of them in the card there. So moving on. So if you've ever used the Gallery Assistant, you know it's very useful. The problem was getting to it. You had to leave the Gallery application, open the Gallery Assistant, and then start your editing. Now, Samsung has connected these two applications together. Simply, this is what you need to do. When you're in your gallery, any images that you want to work on, for instance, this, that, and this, once you selected them and tap on more, now you get among here an option to edit with Gallery Assistant. So you're just going to select that and immediately you're going to be brought into the Gallery Assistant. Should it be that you want to cut them out of the background, you can immediately select the image clipper. And now you can see it in real time, make the cuttings. Then you can proceed to hit on save, either as stickers or as images. Then that's going to be done for you. All right, so you will be done and then you can hit on view, and as you can see, all the cutouts have been done perfectly, only with one action being done. So it is a small change, but when you're constantly editing photos, those saved traps start adding up quickly. All right, if you didn't know this, I'm glad I was able to show you. Moving on. Now let's move on from finding photos faster to finding absolutely anything on your phone faster. Samsung Finder might honestly be one of the most underrated features on the Samsung phone. When I say Samsung Finder, you might be caught off guard. When you swipe in your hair, you see this very thing here. This is the Finder I'm talking about. When you tap on it, what you don't realize is this is actually an AI tool sitting inside your Samsung phone. And this searches not just through your applications, but through settings and images. So that if I'm here and I search something like red dress, okay, hit on show more, and I swipe through, you can see it go through YouTube, going through my phone records, trying to search for something, going through Samsung members, go through my notes, go through my files, go through Galaxy Store. If there's any image that has a red dress in gallery, it is also going to be looking there. So this Finder is not just a simple tool for finding applications, but going through your phone completely. So what if I told you that there is a way to get this Finder sitting right on your home screen, which you've probably not been exploring as of now. So now I'm going to be showing you a quick way to get the Finder from the home screen. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into the Good Look application like this. And once you're here, you're going to look for the home app model, which you can find right there, and tap on it. In the home app, you're going to go into home screen, and right here, you're going to see Finder Access. You're going to tap on that. And now, as you can see here, it says open the Finder by swiping down anywhere on your home screen or home app. Now we're going to be selecting this option, and then we're going to apply it for the home screen like that. Now, when you're on the home screen, instead of swiping up, going inside here and then tapping here to set for whatever, now in your home screen, you can just swipe down this way into the Finder and then immediately set for whatever you're looking for. So that if it is battery, you can just search battery, and that is going to go into settings. You tap on that and you're in your batteries already. So this saves you a lot of time navigating and looking for things on your phone every single day. Now the Finder would just be a swipe away on your home screen. And once you start using this regularly, you'll probably stop hunting through your phone for things. If you didn't know this feature, I'm glad I was able to show you. Moving on. This then brings us to something else most of us hunt for every single day, our favorite emojis. So the next one sounds very small until you actually start using it. Most of us use the same emojis over and over again during each day. Yet anytime we need them, we need to open emoji panel and start searching for whichever ones we use often. But there's a Good Luck model that is in always to save the situation, and that is the Keys Cafe. I'm going to show you. So this is what I mean. You're inside your phone and you're chatting with your friends like that. You want to send some emojis, but always you need to come up here and then look through the emojis for which one you really want to use. This should be a thing of the past, because you can come here into the Good Luck application right there and then look for the Keys Cafe. So here we're going to go into Keys Cafe, and once you're in here, you're just going to go to keyboard. We have spoken so much about designing your own keyboard, but today we're looking at making a keyboard that is custom for yourself. So you tap on make and then you select the simple keyboard. This gives you the simple layout. Critically look at this. When we come here into this space and then look at the keyboard, it is quite similar to that one. You can look at this layout and try to build the same layout there. They're similar. This is a bit shorter, but the other one looks a bit bigger. So this is it. Now you're going to hit on edit, and this is where the whole magic happens. You get to first and foremost select all the keys that you find here, which is what I advise you do first, and then shrink them down using their height. Shrink them down a bit so they feel like yours, like the original one. All right. After this, we're now going to hit on this arrow, which is going to bring the numbers, which we often have, and I'm going to quickly show you. You can see it right there in the normal keyboard. Now the magic happens here. You're going to hit on these emojis here and then select your favorite using emojis from here. You can find some spaces around here that you can play with. So now if I often use the heart emoji, I'm going to hold on to it, bring it here, and I can drop it there. Then maybe I like to use the anger emoji. I'm going to pick that and bring it right there. We're going to move this inside. Okay. Then if I like to use the laughing emoji, I'm going to hold on to that and bring that into the corner. Maybe a bit more of that. All right, right there. And then we can put a few other ones. All right, so now seated here are these. That once you're done, you're going to hit on the arrow key there and give it a name. With that done, now this has been applied. So when we go into any space now and select our keyboard, we're going to have them here. So in conversation, we can just tap our most favorite ones and use them without necessarily jumping into those emojis up there and selecting or searching for those emojis. Simple, but you could take it a bit further. You could, while inside here and we hit on edit, you could hit the arrow again to get a second layer up here, then hit again and a third layer comes up. Now you can pick these and take them out of here, delete them, and have these emojis. Now you can select and swap these emojis out with other emojis you want. If you hit more arrows up, so you're going to get several, so you can keep these emojis instead. So if you want a line of emojis that fit your style, you could always do it that way. Again, to make it better, it allows you to resize each one of them to fit your style. Right, so then there you have it. After this, you can just hit on save, make it the same, and now when you go to type in any keyboard, you're going to have a whole row of emojis sitting up there waiting for their usage. Now, your most used emojis are always available. No searching, no scrolling, no tapping and sending. And as earlier mentioned, if you want a complete tutorial on everything Keys Cafe, you can check the top right corner here. I'll put a cut there that takes you to a video I've made on Keys Cafe. Now we have spoken about making things easier to access on your keyboard. But what about making your favorite application easier to access when you are actually using your phone in landscape mode? Now this is a very tiny feature, but you would thank me later. This one is one of those good luck settings that most people would never notice until they need it. Think about it. You're watching YouTube, watching Netflix, probably a movie, playing games, using Samsung decks, or doing anything that puts your phone into landscape or immersive mode. Normally, accessing your Edge panel in these situations become very difficult and sometimes impossible, depending on how the application behaves. Which is frustrating because landscape mode is usually when you need quick access to applications the most. Thankfully, Good Luck already has a solution for this. This is what you're going to do. You're going to tap on Good Luck and go into the Good Luck application. Once in here, we're going to go into the Home app and then scroll down till we get to the Edge panel. But wait, before this, I'm going to show you quickly. Okay, when you're inside YouTube, you go to watch your video in landscape. As you can see on the edges, there's no Edge panel there. So let's watch this. Now in here, all we need to do is toggle on this feature to show Edge handle in immersive mode. Toggle this feature on, and now when you're inside here, in that immersive or landscape mode, and watching, you're still gonna have it right there. Swipe on it to get access to your favorite applications or favorite contacts and activities right there. All right, if you didn't know this, I'm glad I was able to show you. So simply turning this on, now whenever you're watching a movie, streaming movies, gaming, or working in landscape mode, you'll still be able to swipe on the edge to get instant access to your edge panel. That means that you can quickly jump into applications or jump into multi-window mode with applications without interrupting whatever you were doing on that very previous application. This is a simple feature, but if you spend a lot of time consuming content or gaming on your phone, it can make the entire experience feel much more productive. And honestly, once you turn this on, you'll possibly wonder why you haven't enabled it all this time. And there we have it, 6 good luck productive features that aren't about making your phone look prettier. They are about making your phone feel faster, easier, and more effective to use every single day. Some save taps, some save time, and some completely change how you interact with your Samsung phone. Let me know in the comment section which one of these good luck productive features are you going to start using first. So without wasting much time, don't forget to hit the like, smash the subscribe button to come back for more, and hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss out on any video that I post. On that note, I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.